Okay, so where we left off last time is that we tested the engine with the ported cylinder heads, and we gained about 20 horsepower from that change. And at the end of the video, I said that the next thing I wanted to do was try a set of long tube headers on this. Let's start getting these off of there and get ready to put on the new headers. Yo, look at how much that restricts on there. I might change my mind a little bit. Maybe look at something closer. I didn't look at that before. Maybe look at some others. Alright, so here's the long tube headers I have to try out. And yeah, I know, they look ridiculous. But there's a reason why I went with this type of header for running on the dyno. And anyway, let me tell you what they are first. And what they are is a set of it was a weld-up header kit that I got, and I think if I remember right, they refer, it's like for street rods, old 30s type street rod stuff, and if I remember right, that's what they were for. Let me show you why, and I'll give you another angle of them. And from that angle, they look even more ridiculous. But let me tell you why I'm doing that. And it has to do with back here. And it was a little bit of a miscalculation on my part when I built the engine stand for the dyno. And the problem I run into is when I'm using like regular headers like you'd have in your car or your truck. Well, the pipes come straight down here into the collector, and then the collector runs right into this, and that was a little bit of a it was an oversight on my part when I put this together. And that's why there's this length of pipe, and that's there just to get the outlet of the exhaust away from all this. They're 1 5/8" tube, and one of the things that's kind of going to this is that with all this length here, it makes the primary tube length pretty long. So let's have a quick look at roughly how long these are, and I'll just pick that one. It's kind of in the middle. So we're about 15 inches there, about 11 inches there. So what's that make it? 26, and then 26 plus 15 makes it about 41. So a 41-inch primary pipe is a pretty long primary pipe. This is the first set of headers I've ever welded together, and it came the pipes were already pre-bent and everything, and I didn't have to do any of that. I just had to fit it together and weld it together. And like I said, it's the first time I've ever done that. And when I did it, I TIG welded it together. It's mostly welded on the inside, and these welds are here mostly just for strength and to keep it together better. But when I welded it together, this flange warped. And I had a header leak, so I think it was on this one here. The gasket was leaking there. And to get me through on that, to get me through what I was doing on that one, I took 2 gaskets, put them together, and sandwiched them together, and that got me through. I got the leak to go away. Okay, so the delivery truck just came. I got the new header gaskets, and this is what I ended up getting. They're from Remflex, and that's the part number I got, and a little more information on the back of the package. And I picked out the square port, and I think there were some oval ports available, so hopefully I picked out the right shape there. I think the first thing that I notice about them in terms of the difference is these new ones here are quite a lot thicker than the standard ones that I'd been using before. And apparently kind of what they do is they kind of, because of the thickness there and what they're made out of, they can kind of squish down a little bit. and help with the sealing of the kind of a warped surface. Looks like it's a pretty good match. Probably if I have problems, it's probably going to be down in here. To me, looking at that, looks like a pretty good fit. It looks like there's going to be enough of the gasket there to seal this flange all right. Pretty good. I'll start taking down the ones first and work my way outwards. And hopefully kind of, rather than having kind of works out the edges. I'll just snug them up first, and I'll start taking them down a little more. Looks like the package recommends 20 foot-pounds of torque on those fasteners. Hey, let's go first. Swing a little more foot-pounds. We'll start kind of in the middle, and work our way out slowly. Bring in smoothly. Okay, on this with 10 pounds. Oh, there you go. Alright, there's one header installed. And then I'll just repeat the process on the other side. Alright, I've got the headers installed, check for leaks, it all sounds good. So let's start it up, warm it up, and let's do the test on these headers. Okay, so here's the dyno results from the last test that I did that we saw with the after doing the ported cylinder heads. We were at 289 foot-pounds and about 232 horsepower. And this time with the long tube headers, I got 293 foot-pounds at 2392. We're at 253 horsepower at basically 4,500 RPM. Alright, so this is about as far as I'm going to go with this. I think there's a lot more power left in this engine. I think it would take a camshaft change or upgrade to realize the full potential of this setup. And I just I don't have anything better to put in it. And I don't want to spend the money on a different camshaft right at this moment. I will keep an eye out, and if I see a good deal on a camshaft, maybe I'll get it, and then we can come back to this project. But I think that for now, this is where I'm going to stop with this engine. And like I said, if I find a camshaft someday, I'll maybe get it back out and put it back on and see how it does. To wrap things up for now, I mean, we started at 175 horsepower, and we just finished just above 250, and that's a 75 horsepower gain by doing things that I think it's within the reach of most people. I mean, I'm pretty sure most people could afford to find a set of long tube headers to put on their engine. I'd say most people can afford to get one of these low dollar import intake manifolds. And just find whatever can afford to find a used carburetor. Maybe if it's not a Holley, maybe you could find a nice Edelbrock or something like that, and do just as well with that kind of a carburetor, I'm sure. And and the cylinder head work. I think taking their time, watching some videos, doing your research. I think you could get very similar results to what I got out of this. And I think just to say, I think I have roughly somewhere between $350 and $370 into the cylinder heads. Alright, that's all I got for now, and I'll see you next time.